Hello there, happy Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of Facebook Live. We're super excited that you're joining us today. So we have so many fun things. So we're finally able to start our kind of clinical trial with MG53, and that we're having our secret party tomorrow night. So we're so excited about that. Again, if anyone has any desire to be signed up for that or wants to come for more information, it's tomorrow night here at the office from 6 to 7:30. We're trying to recruit all of our folks between today, tomorrow, and then Friday we're going up to Iowa and can open that recruitment up to those folks as well. And so again, what we're trying to do is we, number one, are just so excited that we get to work to try and advance wellness and try to help develop new and innovative things so people can feel better about themselves and really also feel the awesomeness of the human body. So MG53 is a protein that Dr. Mao synthesized, or actually he discovered in the human body, and then he synthesized the protein. So what that particular protein does is it helps cells heal up really fast, so it makes wound healing better, anti-aging to the skin, and it's awesome, and we're really excited to work with him and Dr. Holly to try and advance this product. So in the secret study, you'll come in, you'll have the procedure done. We also quantify results and subjectively assess those results. Subjectively just means we ask you, how did you like it? And then, and also take pictures. And objectively, what we're doing is we're actually measuring collagen content of the body. So between that, we're just trying to show that that particular cream helps you heal faster with superior results. Now, I've already, everything we do, I've tried on myself. So I've already done it to myself and am a believer. And so I'm excited to continue to work with everyone to do this. So yay, and let us know if you're super excited. So we're pumped about that. And then on Friday, we get to go back to Iowa. And we're so pumped because to be able to go to the Bergman Mansion, and I have my Iowa State license. And so pumped to help the people in Des Moines feel better too. And all the girls here, we're just excited to advance that theory of wellness and reach more people. So, so many fun events. And yay. So then, instead of the supplement of the day, let me take one housekeeping note I forgot, is that, we love our awesome walking club. We're so excited and love doing that on Wednesday mornings at 7 in the morning. I think as we move forward, it'd be nice is if people want to come join us, please email us before so that we know that you're on your way, because we don't want to leave anyone behind. So let us know. And if you don't email, if we change locations or times, we don't want to leave you out. So just know that if you want to come to that, please email us by Monday and let us know that you are coming. Great. So instead of the supplement of the day, we're actually going to have the saying of the day. We're just modifying it. We're jazzing it up here on Facebook. Okay. So this is the saying of the day. And this little thing was sitting on my desk, and I had a patient come by, and she said, oh, you should hang that on the wall. And I thought we should just read it. So here we go. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unworded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, press on, has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. So when I read this, I just remind myself to be diverse and remind myself to be persistent and not be afraid to change direction. Because if you stand still and you're afraid to move, then you get stuck. There's no harm to turning left or turning right. You're just switching direction to try and see where there's less resistance and it's easier to flow. And that just helps you move again. And that's a beautiful thing and nothing to fear. So this is the saying of the day. Okay, the next thing I was going to also talk about is a mixture. And a lot of the ideas I get from Facebook are based off of patients and what they're telling me and themes of the week. And they hit me and I'm like, boom, I'm totally going to talk about that because this is something that I want to say. And all day long, what I do is I have the honor and privilege of sitting and listening and talking to people and hearing what they say over and over and over again. And my crazy little brain loves to take everything that I hear and I apply it to the person, but I also lump what people are telling me into a category. And when I lump it to the category, I'm trying to figure out what is a common denominator that makes us all human, and then what is an individual trait that I can help that person with as well. So when I'm going to get the whiteboard today and talk about what makes us all human and what makes us all the same, because it's something that is universal to us all and can help us all on this crazy pathway of life. So they're just places that you can go to and kind of keys into last week as well. So before I get to that, And I am also the nerdy little girl that used to always try to teach my little brother's school. So I try to play school all the time because I love to teach. And so, gosh, love it. Being able to have a whiteboard on Facebook Live is so fun. So I'm so pumped about that. Okay, so before I get to that, what I just wanted to share about that, it's your cup again. And so we have those green cups in the office that say it's your cup. So what the heck does that mean? Okay, it's your cup means this is your life and this is your body. And the amount of energy that you fill in that cup is honestly up to you. So just know that, and think about this, when you're about 2 years old, nature gives you youth. And youth allows you to get out of jail free card. So that's what I envision as you have your cup and 2 pitchers full of water just pouring into that cup. So somehow on like a piece of meat and some juice, like a couple drinks of juice, you're still growing, you're running around, you're hopping around, you're fearless, and you just believe the world's a better place. As we age, nature kind of takes away one pitcher, and then it takes away another pitcher, and pretty soon when you wake up in the morning, you have a cup. And when you have that cup, the cup is full. Every decision you make, every place you give energy is somewhere you're letting drink from your cup. Every time you give yourself a self-help, every time you have a connection, every time you feel joy and love, you fill your cup up. So you have to be more aware of what fills your cup and where you're draining your cup, and then you get more control over the energy that you have throughout your day. Because energy is so much more than what you eat or how much you work out. It's your connection points, and it's vital. So what we're going to talk about next is how you can really look at how you can restructure your day and what you can do to regenerate your energy. But the first step is always to be aware where you're giving energy to, and what do you really want to give that? Because if all day long you're giving yourself all your energy to someone who might have a little bit more negative personality, you're exhausted when you go home at the end of the day to be with your family. And then you're a different person to your family than you really want to be. So do you really want to give your energy to the grumpy person all day long, or do you keep it for yourself and say, dude, you can't take my energy, that's mine. And then you save it for later in the day and feel empowered that it's your choice, this is your life and your body. So just be mindful of where you give your energy. When we're 2 years old, just think nature is pouring these 2 big pitchers of fluid into your cup and it's overflowing. You hardly have to eat, you're running around in circles, you're falling down all the time, but somehow you keep standing up. As we age, your body can't give you all the energy, and it becomes more important for you to have intentional actions where you realize how to give to your body, because your body's been carrying you your whole life. It's like your turn. So it's nobody else's job to give you the energy, it's yours. So just always remember that. And so the next thing we're going to talk about, how fun is this, is a common denominator that I hear all day long. And I'm just going to kind of write it down as a visual, and it might stick a little bit better. Okay, here we go. Can you see the whiteboard, Lauren? All right. So all day long, what do I talk to people about? What do they say? I'm tired. My sleep is off. I have cravings. I have decreased libido or sexual drive. I feel alone. I think towards the negative. I hurt. Let's see, what other, oh, I'm gaining weight. Is that on here? Gaining weight. I feel like I'm stuck. I'm sad. So when this happens to you, what do? Well, sometimes it happens gradually, and if it happens gradually and we feel alone, sometimes we get lost and we start thinking that, I guess this is just the way it is. And we just keep on that path. But sometimes you start realizing you don't have to feel that way. And I'm just going to be a girl, and we're a team here that says it does not have to be that way. This is your body talking to you. And your body is slowing you down because it thinks you're in danger. So what do I hear when people come in? What are they asking me for? They're asking me for weight loss. They want me to check their thyroid. They want me to check their stomach to make sure they don't have any food allergens or food sensitivities. or I hear all the time my hormones are off. Now when I have patients, or maybe they're hypoglycemic too, or they're having glucose shifts. So what happens is they've already gone to the internet a lot of times and they've Googled all this stuff. So when you read symptoms on the internet for weight gain, or for thyroid dysfunction, or for leaky gut or GI disturbance, or for glucose intolerance, or for your hormones being off, do you know what symptoms you pull up? All here. So what you have to when people come in, they're like, I had this one particular patient come in today and she goes, oh my, I could have sworn it was my thyroid. And I'm like, no, it's your glucose. And so she's the one that actually motivated me to talk about this, because the relationship that we get to have with people is kind of, it's developed over several years, because it takes a while to start realizing this stuff. So if I can help you realize this sooner, then you don't have as much pain and you understand your body easier and faster, and life is just more fulfilled. So that's my motivation in trying to explain this. So what you know is that when your body says this, it is saying, I'm on low power mode. If your cell phone goes on less than 20%, it goes slow, it turns off, it makes people all irritated. When your body's on low power mode, this is what it does. Every human brain that's on low power mode ruminates, feels pain, feels alone, and is negative. That is not the person inside becoming somebody different. That's the person inside being like, how the heck do you move a body that's wanting to be in mud? It gets frustrating. And then the brain starts ruminating. That's what makes us all human. That's not who you are. We're all beautiful people, I actually believe. So low power mode. So low power mode, though, it's the same feeling if you're hypothyroid, if you have leaky gut, other than your hormones being off, or you're having glucose dysfunction. So what's common about all of this stuff? It has to do with energy, right? What does thyroid do? Thyroid gives you energy. When your thyroid's off, your energy goes down. As your energy goes down, you're on low power mode. Low power mode is this. When your GI system is off and you're given like you have like ulcerative colitis flare, you have a lot of food allergens that you're going in, you're bloated also all the time, and you have diarrhea, constipation, but you also can't remember and concentrate. That's also on here. Because your brain's like, I can't do this anymore. But you also have a couple of other symptoms, but it feels exactly the same here. Your hormones being off. So when we're perimenopausal, we also have hot flashes, but we have all of this as well. When you're having a lot of glucose dysfunction, and you're having a lot of glucose shifts in the day, that takes a ton of energy. So when you're going from up to down and up to down, every time you go from up to down in your glucose levels of your body, it takes energy from you. So you chisel away at this energy meter all day long till it's less than 20% mode, and all the stuff starts going in. So hopefully you're starting to see that what I do all day long is I look for loopholes in your body to give you energy back so you feel reconnected to your body. But to me, it's so easy actually. You just listen to this. If you feel this, then I go and I find loopholes in the body that give us energy, give you that energy back, but I also try to help you understand how and why that happens. So you're like, oh. So this particular patient that came in today, I first saw her for hormones. And when she came in for hormones, how did she feel? Yeah, right? Helped her with hormones and she feels better. Next time she came in, she's like, I don't know. I haven't felt good for like a year and a half. But something's happening. And so she felt like this. And what was it this time? It was her thyroid. So then I just saw her again today, and she showed me a picture of her in December, and she always looks beautiful, no matter what her weight is, because we're all beautiful for who we are. But in December, she was really happier with her physical appearance, and she showed that to me. But by the time she came in today, this is what she said. She said, you know, my body, I remember this feeling. This feeling doesn't feel good, low power mode. And I told myself, I know I don't have to feel this way because I felt this way before and I got feeling better. I'm like, I know. And this time, what was her problem? It wasn't her thyroid. And she goes, I swear it was going to be my thyroid. I'm like, nope, it wasn't her hormones. This time what it was is her glucose. So every time, you never know exactly why your body is doing it, but if you ask it the question, it will tell you the answer. And when you fix the problem, your power goes from less than 20% up, and then it becomes so much easier to drive your body, right? Your body wants you to be able to drive it all the time. It only can drive you if it feels like you're in danger. So it feels really uncomfortable when your body drives you because you don't get choice anymore. You're just either tired or you want to run around in circles all day long, and it doesn't get any better. So your body actually wants you to be in the middle, but it will protect you if it needs to. So hopefully you can see that the symptoms of glucose dysfunction, hormone dysfunction, thyroid dysfunction, GI dysfunction, it actually all feels the same, but there's little parts of it that are different. So with GI, you're bloated and you have change of bowel function, maybe heartburn. With thyroid, maybe your hair's falling out, your eyebrows are falling out. Okay, but you still have all these symptoms. If you have glucose dysfunction, maybe you're feeling shaky and you're craving a lot more sugar a lot of times, but still it feels the exact same way. And when we go through perimenopause, it's the first time that a lot of us have actually felt our body on low power mode, and it is not cool. So that might be one of the highest percentages of people that I see, which actually is not surprising, because what you have to realize about the human body is the human body is built to perceive change. The neurological system is built to perceive change, not consistency. So if I, as a woman, and my hormones are checking out, they don't go, this is really fun. I'm going to show you what this is like, because you just got to describe it the way it is. So when our ovaries, with their little eggs, when our last egg when our eggs are starting to leave, it doesn't just go gradually. It goes like this. This doesn't feel good. You can't adjust to that fast enough, and it feels weird. So the fact that it's varying all the time catches your attention, okay? Now, I use the analogy all the time that if I touch you and I apply the exact same amount of pressure, you will stop feeling me touch you. It's kind of like when my kids were little and they'd fall asleep, and if I moved too fast, I'd be like, where'd you go? Because they'd know that I would leave. But if I went just slow enough, I could sneak out of the room into my own bed. So it's the same thing with hormone changes with menopause, that when you're going through menopause, I'm like, you feel it and you're like, this robot body just got crazy. I have absolutely no clue what's going on, but I'm totally losing control and I feel out of my own. Now, guys are also undergoing hormonal change, but you know why they don't feel near as crazy, if you will? Because as their testicles stop producing testosterone, it goes like this. It's slow. So it's a slow thing. So all of a sudden they find themselves here, falling asleep at night in the recliner, watching TV, not wanting to go outside to play, eating chips, and not wanting to go work out. And then they look around, they're like, how did this happen? I'm like, it happened gradually. With women, we're like, whoa, no. So it's more, we notice it more because of the acute nature and the variant. So it makes sense. But it all actually is the same thing. All of it is your body is losing a little energy, or it's a little inefficient. If you restore the energy, you restore the efficiency, you restore your ability to drive. And everyone's ability to drive their body does not leave them until the day they die. So if someone comes in and says, I don't think this is possible, I'm like, yeah, it is. And I know that because that is a common denominator in all of us. We are human, and the human body is regenerative until the day you die. So if you know someone that doesn't feel good, there's a reason. And if you fix the reason, they feel better. So don't lose faith. Just believe. And that is what I wanted to talk about today on Facebook Live. So don't forget, number one, it's your cup. The one thing you can do to be intentional with your body is be careful where you give your energy, and be mindful. Because if you give it away to someone you really didn't want to, there's less for a place that you do. And if you just be aware of that. And then also know too, if your body's on low power mode, it's talking to you. It feels the same whether you have glucose dysfunction, thyroid dysfunction, GI dysfunction, hormonal dysfunction. There are little nuances of each one that separate them apart. Everybody is a little individually different, but the one thing between all human beings that makes us the same is everyone on low power mode can't remember and concentrate, their sleep is off, their evening energy is down, they usually crave bad foods, they feel alone, there's a lot of pain, and they ruminate towards the negative. That is not because that person is a bad person. And that's not because that person doesn't want to be somebody different. That is just because their body is on low power mode. And the worst thing I would ever want to do to myself is believe that I have to stay there, because it's hard being there. So anyway, that's what we do. We're here to help. So I hope that all made sense. I know I kind of jump around a lot of times, but I love talking about this stuff. It really makes me excited to help people, and I love all the people I get to work with. So if you have any questions, let us know. Are there any questions that came across?
That's it.
Awesome. Well, you guys all have a great day, and I can't wait for all the fun stuff that we get to do as our family grows when we go to Iowa. And oh yeah, so we thought about our super, not only do we have our super secret party coming up, but let's talk about our specials for the summer. So number one, we have our Ivy happy hour. We are totally going to get this going because I think it's so fun to have a happy hour. When you give yourself IV, what do? You rehydrate yourself. You give yourself B vitamins, and so it's kind of like being a wilted plant, and we freshen it up with water and vitamins, and then you feel so much better, and you have a lot more resistance. So certainly starting that out before a hot weekend being outside, or before a trip, or if you've been sick, or if you just plan on going out for your high school reunion and you might be consuming a little bit more beverages than perhaps you otherwise would, and you want to try to help regenerate your body a little bit more. It just helps your body feel better. So yay for happy hour. And then Hydra Facials, until school starts again, we are going to do buy one, get your second one half off, because Hydra Facials are fun and they make your skin feel really good, and it's a nice treat for yourself. So bring a friend or bring yourself, and we're happy for whoever wants to come in. So just know that Hydra Facials until school starts are buy one, get one free. So don't miss out on happy hour. Oh gosh, I said that wrong. Sorry, it was crazy. Buy one, get the second one half off. So don't forget about happy hour. Don't forget about our Hydra Facials special. And if you have a friend or a loved one, or just know of someone who doesn't feel good, tell them they don't have to feel that way, and tell them not to feel alone. And what you'll find is they might cry, and they might reach out to you for a hug, because I tell you, if you notice that about them, they feel really alone, and knowing that they're not alone is so rejuvenating, and it makes people feel good when they reach out and make people happy. So anyway, I think that's all we're going to say, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we can't wait to give you updates as we go to Iowa with the cool, amazing Dr. Bergman. So have a great day, enjoy your week, and thanks for joining us.